Everybody, welcome back. In this video, we're just doing a quick NBA update, probably like 4 or 5 minute video, nothing crazy. We've got news that the Suns are resting most of their starters. The Jazz are resting their point guards and Donovan Mitchell. So we got some news to talk about. This slate looks a lot different, especially with it only being 6 games. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hit the like button, subscribe. As usual, all the good stuff is in the description. Starting off at the point guard position, now we got even more value to fit in Luka Doncic, so already the thumbnail of the morning video. Now it's just super easy to get to him. You're probably going to want to try to get to him with all the value that we have opened up with Phoenix, Utah, OKC. So Luka is probably the easiest superstar to get up to. You can make a case for Kevin Durant and Trae Young, but I like Luka a lot. And then over at shooting guard, you're going to be looking to get to some of these guys on Phoenix. I will plug in Campaign. He's just point guard eligible, but I'll put him in just because you're going to be wanting to get to Campaign. Without Chris Paul and Devin Booker, Payne is going to be running the show. Gives you double-digit assist upside. Does give you just scoring upside in general. We saw him fill in for Chris Paul for a couple of weeks during the season when Chris Paul was out for an extended period of time, and he is a good fantasy player, well over a fantasy point per minute, and taking out their two best, and actually three best and three highest usage players. Campaign should be in a very good spot today. At shooting guard, now we don't have Devin Booker to pay up for, so I'm going to be able to get up to Paul George. The Clippers, unless we get news that they're going to be resting their guys too, which I don't think they will because they are in the play-in situation and think they can still improve their seedings or at least not fall back in the seedings. But Paul George, $9,500. His minutes should be over 30 if they need him to play that much in a close game. We don't know, with Phoenix resting most of their better players. Now, last time Phoenix did this, they lost to the Thunder, I believe. Or maybe the Blazers, but they lost to one of the worst teams in the West. Hopefully they keep it close enough to where we get full minutes out of Paul George. But now he just gets an way easier matchup. He's probably going to be defended by like Landry Shamet is going to be starting at shooting guard. Maybe they put like Cam Johnson or Bridges on Paul George, but still should be able to have his way and score the ball, especially with them playing at home. Should be a good spot to target Paul George in a pay-up at a pay-up position. Small forward is where we can get to some of the value plays that we mentioned. At 3,000, you got a bunch in the 3K range with Xavier Simpson and Kalaitzakis from the Thunder. And then from the Phoenix side, you're looking at Cam Johnson potentially at 47. Or you can look to Jalen Hort still at 5K. Or you can get up to like Bridges at 59. But probably get to at least one. Now I don't need to get to both Kalaitzakis and Simpson. I'll probably get to like one, and I think Simpson looks a little bit better just because he will maybe contribute more with the peripherals, just because they list him as small forward, but he's like 6 foot, so he's going to be handling the ball. Over at power forward, you can go to some of these guys on the Thunder with like Roby maybe at 65, but we can go to some of these Phoenix value if we wanted to, or go to like Obi Toppin at 56, but for Phoenix, I target Cam Johnson here or target Bridges. I'll leave that position blank so we can go over to center. Center was already looking kind of ugly in terms of just not having very many payouts besides like Gobert and Porzingis, and Vooch has been struggling and doesn't get an easy matchup against Boston. But now we got JaVale McGee to plug in. Last time he started in place of Ayton, he didn't play particularly well. He did get 23 minutes, but it was OKC they lost to. So he only played 23 minutes and he only put up 16 fantasy points, but he still gives you upside in general with how good he is point per minute wise. If they do give him, he's going to get at least 20 minutes. Wouldn't be surprised if he plays more than 25 if they want to give Biyombo some less minutes. But I would expect him to get the lion's share of minutes if it is a closer game. Not looking at over 30, but like 26, 28 in a close game against the Clippers. Definitely something doable. And then last guy you're going to be looking at is Jordan Clarkson. Do what you can to get Clarkson in there. He's going to be looking to take 25 plus shots today, handle the ball, get you some assists, play big minutes. And usually they don't like to start Clarkson unless they have to, and they probably have to today just because no Conley, no Mitchell, and they probably don't want to start like Trent Forrest at point guard. So this is the 6 plays that I got as of 4 o'clock East Coast time. Let's talk about FanDuel. So same type of deal on FanDuel, looking to target the same players. Campaign at point guard. Luka looks great as well, but Campaign and Clarkson are the two best point per dollar plays. Luka would be my third favorite option, and you got 4 spots to fit these guys in, so shouldn't be a problem. At shooting guard, you're going to be looking to get to Jordan Clarkson at 53. He's going to make a lot of sense. Would be very surprised if he's not the most popular play or one of the most popular plays on the slate. But maybe in some of these lower dollar stuff, you can get him at like 70%, maybe 75 instead of like 90 in cash games or some of these more expensive contests. Small forward paying up for Paul George at 9K. I like that he's small forward eligible as well. Jason Tatum also looks like a guy that I will try to get to if I can. He's my second favorite pay up at the position. And then Durant would be third. Just because I'd probably like to get to Luka, and I don't think I'll be able to get to Paul George, Luka, and Kevin Durant. Over at power forward, I plugged in Obi Toppin at 55. Just a good price tag, mid-range option for us to look to. Other options would be Bridges at 56, or you can. Cam Johnson is just small forward, but he's like 48. So he looks good, and then Patrick Williams also looks pretty good as a value on both sides. And then at center, I plugged in McGee. He's only 35 min price on FanDuel. Super easy to get to him. So that's about it for FanDuel. And then on DraftKings, I don't think I talked about Patrick Williams, but he's probably going to be starting today because he's 35. He's going to be starting without Caruso most likely. So he looks even better in terms of just getting more minutes, but maybe a little bit less usage in those minutes because he's going to be playing next to the starters. But that's it. Looking to target a lot of these guys on Phoenix, Utah. Makes it easier to get up to the superstars like Paul George and Luka today. And that's about it for the video. Best of luck tonight. Stay tuned for more updates on Twitter, and I'll see you all next time.